Welcome back, guys. Let me just water bucket clutch this real quick. Alright, today I'm going to give you a tour of my house and show you the big thing I've been working on. So we got a few hallways, got a few rooms on the sides. This is our storage room under the stairs there. And on the second floor here, this is my friend's floor that I gave him for helping me build the house. And this is our first deck. We got a bit of a shelter thing here. We got some torches. Don't worry, I'll fix the lighting later. Don't worry about all that bamboo either, because I had to go on a big expedition to get that. Anyways, this is our second deck. We got our structure here that makes it look a bit more like a house. And now for the main attraction. I dug a spiral staircase all the way from up here at level 98. Wait for it. All the way down to Bedrock. How cool is that? Now you may be wondering, if we have to run up the spiral staircase every time, doesn't that take a bit of time to do? And the answer, yes, it absolutely takes a lot of time. So today we're actually going to build some elevators to speed up the process, hopefully. Anyways, this is the ores that I have. I got a bit of gold, a bit of iron. I also have diamonds, just not in that chest. Now this is what it looks like in real time to run up these stairs. I hate to drag out the video by doing this, but it's the only way to give you a clear picture of how long it takes every time we want to run up here. And there's always the added risk of catching frame drops and accidentally going off the edge, like I almost just did there. So this is our level 16 iron farm. We put out level 16 because apparently that is the best level to mine for iron. So we got all of our little strip mines right there. But now back to climbing up these stairs. We can sprint to go up them a little bit faster because you actually can run upstairs pretty fast when you sprint. But it's mostly the turning that is a little bit concerning. Oh, and every time we hit into a cave, we fill it in with glass like that. Now, we are out of glass currently, but we'll fill it in later. We've already been running up the stairs for this long, and we're barely even to level 50. Those villager sounds? Yeah, they're from this underground villager farm we built. Check this out. We got the iron golems and everything. This is actually really convenient because when we're running up the spiral staircase, we can just make these stops along the way, almost for entertainment. Now this was going to be a coal mine, but as you'll see later in the video, we end up abandoning it for a very good reason. And we finally made it to the top. So now we're going to start building these elevators. Where, you didn't ask? Well, right here. I dug away the top layers of dirt as an outline, and after some discussions, me and my friend decided we would each take one. And now, cue the time lapse of me digging down to Bedrock. Now, obviously, we ran into a few problems because we waited so long to do these elevators. For one, well, I hit into the cave, and I didn't have any glass with me, so that was a little unplanned, but I just kept on going. And then we kept on hitting into our rooms where we built the mines. We actually ended up running into the diamond mine, but I did hit Bedrock, so that's a plus. Because of where the elevators came through, we had to completely reconfigure the diamond mine. We ended up digging a hallway around the elevators, and we ended up having to move a chest as well, which was really a pain. And we couldn't really just move the diamond mine because it was already at the perfect level to mine for diamonds. But after everything was said and done, we had a bigger, better diamond mine, and we jumped off the edge. Okay, not much of an edge, but you get the point. So the next step in building these elevators is we needed to get soul sand from the nether. We're going to need to have a portal handy in the future, so I figured I might as well build a room while I'm at it. So after a ton of digging, I finally decided this room was ready for the portal. But then I decided I didn't dig the room high enough for the portal size I wanted, so I kept on going, and I don't think I'm even done with this portal room yet. So fast forward to after my friend lit the portal, now we're going to go into the nether and get ourselves some soul sand. This would be the first time I go into the nether in this world. We were in the nether forever looking for soul sand, but we did end up getting it. This footage is literally sped up 100 times. Back in the normal world, we had another problem on our hands. Since there's bedrock right here, we need to go one level higher to place our soul sand. So to combat this, we place stairs and then put our soul sand on top of the bedrock. The next thing we need for this elevator is kelp so we can turn all the water into source blocks. We went boating out in the ocean forever. At some point we even gave up, came back, slept, and then headed out again. But in the end, we finally did find some kelp. We then began gathering up all this kelp until we had enough, hopefully, for both elevators. In worst case scenario, we can always just grow more kelp, so we headed back. Then I noticed this dolphin was following us, so that was pretty cool. I put water at the top of the elevator and then I swam all the way down to the bottom, which is when I realized my mistake. I had forgot to put signs next to the water so that it wouldn't flood the basement. So then I put the signs there, which was kind of hard with someone in the way. Now, since kelp can't be placed on soul sand, we had to temporarily replace it with the dirt and then place the kelp on that to make all of the water into source blocks. I did the same with the other elevator. I went to see if I could actually just go up the elevator and place kelp, but I realized I was probably going to die if I did that, so we were going to need a different strategy. So while my friend went to get a respiration helmet, I kept on trying, hoping I wouldn't die. But eventually I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I emptied all my loot out and I was going to try this whether I died or not. I ate some beef for good measure and then I went in. It looked like everything was going to work, but then I ran low on kelp, so I came out, got some more, and went back in again. With the progress I was making, it looked promising. Then I ran out of kelp, but I kept on going because I didn't want to die. At this point, I was in shock because I had just made it with only one heart left. But anyways, all that is boring. Fast forward to when the first elevator was finished. Now this footage is in real time. I'd say this is much faster than going up the spiral staircase every time. You kind of gonk your head on the ceiling when you come up, but now let's do the down elevator. This one took a lot longer to complete because there was a bunch of holes in the wall. Don't know who could have done that, but I did eventually get done, and this was the finished product. This is sped up 5 times because of how slow this elevator was. Now, I'm sure it'll serve a purpose when trying to bring animals down, but that's probably about it. Since both elevators are finished, that'll be all for this video, but stay tuned because we're doing big stuff tomorrow and in the future. So you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Peace.